Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Social Liability Podcast, the podcast where we discuss those folks in our lives that violate the social contracts that we all agree to live by. I am your host, The Raspberries, with my co-host, The Buck, bringing you new and interesting stories from the far reaches of the internet, and specifically this episode from Florida, because we are back at it once again, Buck, with Florida Omnibus Episode 4.
Oh
Why?
yeah.
I actually had a friend from, she's from Canada. Hi, Daisy. She hit me up on Discord the other day and sent me some story from Florida, and she says, "What is wrong with you people?" And another friend in that same chat group, she's living in Florida, and she's like, "We can't really explain it to me."
I've narrowed it down to Florida just being that close to the Bermuda Triangle.
This
Like
is
maybe like that's got to be it. But there's other sides to the triangle. Well, you know what? Stupid can be one directional. It
well,
doesn't necessarily have to cause a ripple effect.
so
It
so
can just shoot out in one way.
why does the Florida man, exist? Our news agencies, for some reason, always use the same cliches in their writing. I guess it's the same journalism schools teaching the same thing over and over and over again. When they write a story, they'll say whatever state man or whatever state woman, a Florida woman, a Texas man, a Louisiana dog, whatever. And it's just the way they write it. And some of the hilarious stories came out, especially right about the time that bath salts became a thing. And we
Mm,
had the Florida zombie, the guy that was high on bath salts and ate the other guy's face. Remember that? Yeah, that was disturbing.
yeah, yeah. Actually, I do.
And that is when the whole Florida man thing started, because the story was written as a Florida man, you know. And now there's like Big E Langston from the World Wrestling Entertainment. His name on Twitter is just Florida Man, and it's become a meme at this point. So anytime that you see Florida Man, it's people search just for stories. Florida Man. You get a lot of stories from the Florida Man subreddit. Don't deny it. And
I won't deny it. That's like one of my greatest sources for freaking content. Like that subreddit has been like one of the driving forces of the Social Liability Podcast. Without Florida Man, there would not be nearly as many entertaining social liabilities. All we'd be reporting is actual bad news. Florida Man brings a lot of comedy to this tragedy, and for that we salute you. Thank you so much, Florida Man. What do we got?
well, I think we need to get something out of the way first, Buck, and you know what that is.
The anthem.
Florida man, does whatever the fuck he can. Makes headlines every time. Florida's paradigm. Look out! Here comes Florida man.
A Florida man believed to be a violent fugitive from Costa Rica resigns from city council seat after shoplifting accusation. Let's just digest that for a moment, shall we? Victor Barbosa could now face extradition to Costa Rica. A Palm Coast City Council member who has been seeking re-election suddenly resigned his seat on Tuesday. Victor Barbosa announced his resignation in a cryptic letter posted the day after he was accused of shoplifting and trespassing in a local Walmart. He has also withdrawn his re-election bid. Quote, I, Victor Barbosa, fear for my life. I repeat, I fear for my life. All I wanted to do was help small businesses, fight corruption, and be the voice of the people of the community. I now understand why City Council member Howell resigned. Barbosa wrote, quote, effective immediately, I resign from City Council and withdraw my candidacy for the 2022 election. Thank you for all that voted for me. All I want is my peace back. Jack Howe, a former Palm Coast Council member, resigned in the summer of 2020. Howe cited health issues related to a cancer diagnosis in his resignation. Barbosa replaced Howe on the city council. Barbosa did not elaborate on why he feared for his life and declined an opportunity for comment on Wednesday. He did, however, deny he shoplifted to the Daytona Beach News Journal. I bought $300 worth of stuff, Barbosa said. I went through the self-checkout, and I guess one of the items didn't scan right. According to the Flagler County Sheriff's Office, Barbosa was scanning items in a self-checkout lane when he failed to scan an $18 clothing item. Walmart didn't prosecute theft under $25, so Barbosa was not arrested, but instead issued a trespass warning and told he was no longer allowed on the property. An FCSO incident reported that said a cashier witnessed him skip the item and pause the transaction, forcing him to rescan all the items from a different register. It's a company policy intended to give a shoplifter an opportunity to properly scan and pay for all items. The cashier said Barbosa moved to a new register and again failed to scan the same item. The Walmart incident is not Barbosa's only legal issue. The sheriff's office confirmed to Florida Politics that Barbosa is believed to be the same Victor Barbosa wanted for aggravated battery, extortion, kidnapping, and assault with a weapon in Costa Rica. Barbosa was involved in a minor car accident in March of 2021. When law enforcement ran his information, they discovered the Costa Rican connection. Barbosa said in a Facebook post last July he was shocked and denied the allegation. This is the first time I'm seeing or hearing of this, and I don't understand why they're doing this. I had dinner just the other day with Sheriff Rick. We talked about, and he never mentioned anything of the nature. All of that I am guilty of is love of my city, and I do not take my job as a part-time job. I work every day since I've been in office. I love my job. I love helping the community. Of this, I am guilty. Excuse me. Staley said the U.S. Department of Justice is investigating the claim. He asked the Florida Department of Law Enforcement to investigate as well. Using investigative techniques, we believe Mr. Barbosa is the fugitive from Costa Rica. Staley said in a letter to the FDLE, Costa Rican authorities have apparent charges in multiple jurisdictions within Costa Rica to include extortion. Barbosa could face extradition to Costa Rica based on the results of the Department of Justice investigation. Well.
Wowza. Now, you know what? First off, when it was like, oh, he was in the self-checkout lane and forgot to scan it, I was like, oh, man.
No worries. Yeah.
I thought this was clickbait. I really did. I was like, wah, wah, wah. And then it got to the part where the eyewitness is like, no, he actually did do it. I'm like, what? Not only did he do it once, he did it twice. I mean, like, no, dude, you can't cheat the hangman. Like, come on. And then now I know, now it just pieces together more. I'm in fear for my life. I know why you're in fear for your life, motherfucker. You pissed somebody off in a country that doesn't care about the U.S. law. That's what you did. I'll bet you that here soon, he's not even going to be a resident of that city that he loves so much. I'll bet you. I mean, like, this dude's a slice of shit, and he just came up here from Costa Rica thinking that he was just going to live, free and clear of all his transgressions, and then goes and puts himself out there in the public eye, and then starts catching people's attention, starts doing some silly shit, and then people back in Rica, they well, yeah, Costa Ricans, they'll come and get you.
And here's the whole thing.
I mean,
we don't know anything about the Costa Rican charges, so we got to let those off to the side. Let's just talk about the charges in the U.S. Shoplifting.
Man, I'm not leaving that Costa Rica shit off to the side.
We don't know anything about it. We know nothing about it. We just know there's charges.
It doesn't matter. Exactly. So he's an international social liability. I don't care about, like, the factoring in everything. It's just that the very fact that he has been caught and broken the law in a country that is not ours now makes him...
don't know that.
It doesn't. It says it right there in the news article, man. I'm just going by the information that we're given.
We don't know. We're saying there's charges. What happened to innocent until proven guilty, Buck?
It doesn't exist in the outside of the United States.
But we're inside the United States right now, and you and I are in the United States, and this is a podcast based in the United States. So...
yeah,
I am inclined to not rate those until we have not even guilt, because we don't have any guilt about the shoplifting yet, but we have no information whatsoever, none.
Dude, I'm telling you what, man, I'm going with jungle justice on this one. Like, this dude, his score from me will reflect international douchebaggery. That's just it. I don't care what it was. He could have been jaywalking in Costa Rica. The fact that he got somebody's attention enough to be put on paper in a foreign country for being a dick in some way, shape, or form, innocent, guilty, whatever. This man is either A+ certified dickweed or dick by association in a foreign country. This will be reflected in the scoring.
Go ahead.
Period. I don't even remember what the fuck he did here. Oh, yeah, shoplifting. All right, yeah, all right. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give him a 3.
Giving him a 1. It's shoplifting. It's not a victimless crime. No, it is not. I'm just saying. I don't know. They didn't give us no information about the Costa Rican stuff, other than the fact there's charges with somebody with the same last name. So
I'm going with the fact that, you know what? If he's got $300 worth of groceries and he's gonna fail to scan an $18 item, like, he's just a piece of crap. Like, this guy is.
I'm not saying he's a good person.
Just be a dick.
I'm not saying he's a good person. But the
you
only
go ahead and
thing,
stick with your 1. I'm going to stick
thing,
with my 3, man.
I'm not trying to change your mind. I am just rationalizing this. We have no information about any of their charges. None whatsoever. No details. Nothing. The only thing we're basing this off of is the shoplifting charge. Now, and Walmart does absolutely do that on those self-checkout lanes. If they think you're committing some fuckery, they will hit a button that makes the machine look like it broke. And you then
whoa, man. Whoa. Do you got a mouse in your pocket?
What?
Because you said we are basing this. You said we are basing this score off of the. No. You changed that and amended to I. For this guy is given.
Watch what this
3.
Watch what this button does. Okay, we muted the buck. Okay, so they will absolutely suspend the transaction, make it look like it's broken, and move you to a different register, basically to see if you're going to do it again. And then it's not because they're trying to give them a chance. No, it's because then they have video of you doing it twice, and it's going to be a slam dunk prosecution. So the fact that I unmuted you, asshole.
I know you did.
The fact that
I saw your finger move.
The fact that they didn't actually prosecute it, they just did the trespass, is kind of like somebody's looking way too close to the manual saying, yeah, well, it's under $25. We're not supposed to prosecute. You should have prosecuted it just to make a point. But I digress. They didn't. They just did the trespass, whatever. But yeah, I'm sticking with my 1. Nothing else to say?
No, you can let me know later, what it feels like to be so wrong. But I mean, go ahead. We'll move.
Our next story comes from the New York Post, but it's, again, Florida man blames Putin for why he was speeding during a traffic stop.
Oh, this is going to be glorious.
A Florida man was pulled over for speeding during a traffic stop last week, attempted to place the blame on Russian President Vladimir Putin. The unidentified driver was pulled over by Flagler County deputies in Palm Coast last Thursday for allegedly running a stop sign going 50 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone. Holy shit. Deputies said in a body cam footage released by the Flagler County Sheriff's Office on Tuesday. According to the footage, the man gave the deputy a myriad of reasons as to why he was speeding, including that he had just got the car and was trying to get it out of sport mode. The man also argued he saw another car coming and was trying to get out before them. Soon after, the driver informed the deputies that he said the truth, according to the body cam footage. I just found out Putin just said he's going to launch nuclear thermal war against the world, and I'm trying to get back to the house to find out what's going on. I'm freaking out. The traffic stop took place on February 24th, the same day Putin launched an invasion of the Ukraine and warned other countries that any interference would lead to consequences you have never seen. The driver got a ticket for speeding and another one for running a stop sign. A few days after the traffic stop, Putin ordered the Russian defense minister and chief of the military's general staff to put the nuclear deterrent forces in a special regime of combat duty, raising fears that the Ukraine invasion could lead to nuclear war. Provocative rhetoric about nuclear weapons is the height of irresponsibility, Secretary of State Anthony Blinken told reporters Wednesday in response to a question as to whether Putin was bluffing as the Russian leader increased the threat level. And it goes on about the Russian incidents.
Yeah.
So we're just going to leave it there because we're talking about Florida man, not Russian man.
Yeah, he gets a 1. He gets a 1. And I'll tell you why I'm giving this man a 1. It's because I honestly, truly believe that is why he was speeding, and that is why he is scared. And I'll tell you why I believe him. Because it was the last fucking straw. If you're gonna be lying about something, that would have been among the first cards out of his deck. He would have been like, this one, this one, this one. He's trying to come up with everything that sounds like the truth, so that he actually doesn't have to shamefully admit
the truth.
Like the truth. So finally, when the cops aren't buying it and they're like, all right, dude, all right. He's like, okay, listen. All right, fine. I'm gonna level with you. And you may or may not laugh, but this is the truth. And I'm not saying he shouldn't have got a ticket. You know, I'm you know, it's not even about that. I really believe that this man should have been driving with a tinfoil hat on. And you know, driving home quicker after they hit the button doesn't matter. You could tie a rocket to your own ass. You might still not beat the belt. You still may not beat the blast.
Right.
So
well,
you know,
I was going to give it a 2, but I think I'll agree with your 1 on this one. So we'll leave it at that.